This is the one they all want to win. It's 6 laps of 37.73 miles, which John McGuinness knows intimately. It's been great to see him back at this event. Not sure we'll see him feature in the fight at the very front. This man, though, I reckon we will.
We will. Dean Harrison, second on road. The Dow Racing Kawasaki's got a special paint job with some gold highlights in it just for the Senior TT. Will that bring him the win?
Well, here's a man who potentially didn't need to make any changes. I'm sure they have. I'm sure they'll have tweaked the bike, but he was utterly dominant in the first race of the week, the Superbike. This is the last one, of course, the Senior TT. He's a previous winner. He's a 3-time winner this week. Can anyone stop Peter Hickman?
And that's the question. We wait for the answer. This race may be 6 laps long, but these riders can't ease themselves into it. They have to be at record-setting pace from the very first sector.
Harrison behind McGuinness. He'll want to dispatch him as quickly as he possibly can.
Yeah, Dina needs to get straight past here. Up the inside. Nice. Leave some room. Tight to the bank at Sarah's Cottage and starts winding his way up Craig Willie's Hill.
On board with the legend there, McGuinness. Is it going to be his last TT? Nobody knows, of course. Davey Todd. Todd slots into second place. So Harrison is the benchmark at the minute with a 4:20.211. Davey Todd, look, 1.3 back. Dunlop, 1.8. There's nothing in it right on Hickman. Hickman slots in behind Harrison. So first sector goes to Harrison. Hickman is 0.5 of a second down. Flames from the back of Hickman's machine as he comes through there. But it's first blood to Harrison.
Yeah, it certainly is. He's made his intentions clear. He wants to take this senior trophy. Of course, Dean Harrison did the last time we raced a senior here way back in 2019. Can he do it again?
Balaf Bridge for Harrison on the opening lap on board. And threads the bike back out onto a more open section of road over the jump there. That is Balacry. Connor Cummins, 0.9 of a second down on Dean Harrison. Cummins is absolutely in the mix here. Imagine we saw a Manxman on the podium here. It's been a tough week for everyone, and a Manxman on the podium would be a big lift.
It certainly would be special, and he's the man to do it. He rode so well in that Superstock race. Seeing him back on the podium and setting the fastest ever lap around the TT course for a Honda Fireblade.
Harrison first on the road. He caught a glimpse of the gold on the back of the fuel tank there from these incredible heli shots. Hope you've enjoyed these all week. It really has been fantastic coverage. More cameras out on the road, more helicopters in the air than we've ever had before. And just some spectacular views, which, Cam, you will be well familiar with, but which for a lot of us, not so much.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind how windy it is up on the mountain today too. Something else these lads are contending with as Connor just passes Gary Johnson through the bungalow. Next in the line of bikes that Pete Hickman has to pass is Davey Todd as he catches him up Craig Willie's Hill. Now watch him just winding up here, just slowly eating into that gap, catching up to the tail end of that Malenko by Paget's Honda. Now he'll try to get in the slipstream. He'll need to pass before they get to the end of Cronkivoti Straight.
Look at the difference in acceleration. How much do you feel that hole in the wind which is being blown by the bike in front?
Yeah, it's massive. It's almost like hitting the nitrous button. Once you're within about 10 metres of that bike ahead, you just pick up speed and blast on past.
Harrison over Balacry. Oh, gaggle of bikes coming through.
Yeah, Ian Hutchinson, Michael Dunlop and James Hillier.
The Dunlop in the middle.
All TT winners. And all on road together as we see
Hickman coming up behind them.
Yeah,
so Hickman, he won't want to catch them together, Cam.
Oh, Dean Harrison doing his best to launch that Dow Racing Kawasaki into orbit.
Here he is further into the lap. He now is heading up the mountain. The gap is 17.9 with 2 and a bit laps to go. Pit stops at the end of this lap, remember.
Oh, the slow motion over Balacry. As if it isn't unnerving enough launching a superbike off the ground, imagine doing it in a pack of company. Oh, Connor, you could see how much quicker he was in those riders' head.
Dean's in there. I can hear the buzzer going, so Dean should be in pit lane. We're just waiting for Hickey to come to Cronk. The lights just come on. Obviously, the reason why the pit stop takes a little bit longer is Pete's a big lad. He uses more fuel. The bike's very fast at the end of Sulby, 199 miles per hour. So he is probably using more fuel than anybody else. However, he is going to have to be careful on that last lap. You know, if he starts to push hard and try and get a lap record, and he's going to have to be very, very careful. We've already seen him in practice running out of fuel and walking back up Glen Crutchley Road back to the pit lane. So they're going to have to watch that. I'm not sure whether Daz will warn him or not. Anyway, Daz was saying when they come in last time, they was taking that long, they was tapping the tank, trying to get all the air out to get as much fuel out. It really is almost empty after 2 laps. Right, he's in. You can hear the crowd up there in the grandstand all whistling and shouting. That's Dean Harrison going out. The buzzers are going, that's it. His pit lane limiters off. They're unwrapping this rear tyre, this Dunlop here for Pete Hickman, standing up. The pressure's on those boys, changing those rear tyres. Here he comes. Here's Mr. Horizontal himself. Oh, relaxed, bike looks in good order. No broken screens for this man. That rear tyre looks really good in the back of there, in all fairness. Really good. Makes it nice and relaxed for the team. Just a tear off, not a visor change. Daz there, look, cleaning the screen, getting the flies off, just having a quick bit of chit-chat with Pete. Pete having a lovely little drink, waiting for that fuel to go in. All good, front tyre looks good, no problems with the bike. We've already had Michael Rutter in retiring. He had an oil leak. We've had Gaz Johnson come in. He was complaining the wind was getting underneath his bike and pushing him wide everywhere, so for safety reasons he stopped. But no real problems here for Hickey. He seems pretty chilled and relaxed. Obviously, there's a big 2 laps to come on this rear tyre. And at the moment, he's got a good lead. Here we go, look. Pit lane limiter on, away he goes. Man, that man is so flipping relaxed.
Hickman is relaxed, isn't he? He's just, his attitude before he gets on the bike is unbelievable, but when he gets on the bike, it's all business.
Yeah, you can't be relaxed when you're muscling around a superbike with 230 rear wheel horsepower.
Yeah, making a pass on the exit from Cregney Bar as Dunlop comes in for his last pit stop.
Fuel, tyre and visor. Riders complete their second pit with the knowledge knowing the next time they stop will be the end of the race. James Hine sending his Suzuki GSXR 1000 sideways, feet off the pegs. Wow, the steering damper really came into play to keep that bike in control.
Some ride for him there over the jump at Balacry, and some ride for this man Harrison, still holding on to P2. He's a little way down the road from Peter Hickman, who we know is pushing hard. Here he is. Hickman up to the same section. 18.3 or 4 it was when they came in, but we know this first sector is strong for Harrison. Oh, there's Glenn Irwin. Irwin's off the bike.
Yeah, something's wrong here. Head in hands, looks bitterly disappointed. Now remember what a brilliant week Glenn Irwin has had as a newcomer to the TT.
Davey Todd locked in battle with his teammate Conor Cummins. Same bike, same team, just one place up for grabs on the podium. Irwin here animated.
Yeah, visually not happy. He's explaining something's going on with the bike.
Just the last 2 miles, when I accelerated out of signpost, it felt really square, like my back wheel, like a knocking noise, a knocking feeling. I accelerated on the Glen Crutchley Road. It's like you have a really loose chain, just like knock, knock, knock. So, excuse me.
Hey, unlucky, buddy.
I love it. The quick swear and then the quick excuse me. 19.3 was the gap, so it was a second more than I thought when they came into the grandstand at the end of lap 4. And any minute now we should find out whether or not Harrison is applying the pressure to Hickman or not. Can Hickman relax on this last lap, or is Harrison going to make him fight for it right the way to the flag? Can he do anything about Hickman on this last? Well, he's just got to keep the pressure on, hasn't he? We know the gap's pretty big. We know Hickman is well capable of holding on to it, but all the while you're forcing Hickman to keep pushing. There's a chance of something wrong with the bike. There's a chance of a small mistake and just... Oh, and there it is, 12.1 seconds. Harrison has kept the pressure on and the gap's come down by about 6 seconds, but Hickman is waving at the crowd.
He's waving to the crowd, but he doesn't want to take his eyes off the prize just yet because there's a long way to go and that gap has closed.
Wow, Davey Todd coming in.
Davey Todd, oh, a little sideways, a little wide. That just shows how hard he's pushing.
Harrison's time at the top of the table, 14.0, so it's gone up by 1.5. I'd say that's pretty accurate with regard to the pass he's just had to make. And is that it? It's not over. It's never over.
Not over to the flag. Right now, Dean can't control anything in this race apart from what he's doing himself.
Cummins half a second separated from his teammate Davey Todd.
He'll be just pushing so hard now as he heads up towards the bungalow. He'll be desperate to stand on that podium to finish this TT fortnight.
Let's see just how close it is between the two of them. 2.7 seconds. So the fight for P3 is going to go all the way to the checkered flag. Dean Harrison crosses the finish line for the Senior TT 2022. It's been a brilliant ride with a bike that was damaged on lap 1. But it's Peter Hickman who is going to take his 4th win of the week. That's going to put him in a very exclusive club. Only Dunlop, McKellen and Hutchinson have won 4 races in a week. And Hickman crosses the line. It is his 9th TT win, his 2nd senior, and a brilliant performance. But this fight is still up for grabs. Conor Cummins coming down now to cross the line. Has he done enough to hold on from his teammate Davey Todd? He has. Cummins, the Manxman, takes a podium in the Senior TT. So it's Hickman, Harrison, Cummins in the final race of the 2022 TT.